Hello, how you doing?
Hello, is this Dazzle?
Yeah, it's Dazzle.
Yes, how you doing? I want to know if I can book a reading or if you're available for a reading.
Yes, always. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I think my baby father's speaking with the girl next door.
What?
And yes, because she always looking at me funny. She never really speak. But every time I'm with him, it's like she speak and be giggly, like doing this like a side eye thing. I think it's like a woman's intuition thing. He say I'm tripping, but I know I'm not. He don't do nothing for me, nothing for my kids. And the other day, I found like a Gucci receipt in his armrest, and just coincidentally, she had like some
Alright, we're
Gucci
gonna
shoes.
figure. Hey, hello, how you doing today?
Hi, how you doing? This is Mr. Mike. I'm trying to reach Dazzle.
Oh, I'm Dazzle. What's up? What can I help you with?
I got a party to say that you do readings, right? I got this situation. This bitch of mine, she been ghosting me, and then she come answer the door. One night it was my man walking out the door, telling me, what's up to me?
What?
Hey, how about that shit?
Alright, well, we're gonna do a reading on that because that sounds bad.
And then she told me,
Hello, am I speaking with Dazzle?
Yeah, honey, you speaking to Dazzle.
Yes, oh my god, I'm so glad you answered the phone. I'm stressed the fuck out. I need a fucking reading. This really is blowing me. Everything is fucking blowing me. It seems like everything
Okay.
is going fucking right for me.
Okay.
Are you gonna be able to do that for me? Do you have time?
Oh yes, I have enough time. Go ahead. All you gotta do is relax. If you drink, get you a sip. If you smoke, take your hit. And we're gonna do this tarot reading, and we're gonna put you on your right path. Okay?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl Dazzle That Tarot, and I'm back for another live tarot reading. So please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you would like to book a private reading, everything is down there in the description box, and it is on the banner going across the screen. So without further ado, oh yeah, and hit that notification bell too, so you can be notified of when I upload and when I go live. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to be talking about Wendy Williams. It's a hard one. I feel really bad for her. I empathize, I sympathize, I understand. I see where she's going wrong. I see where the conservatorship may be going wrong at. And yeah, like I wanted to speak on this a while ago, but I just wanted to stop for a sec. Because at first I was like everybody else. I was like, save Wendy, save Wendy, save Wendy. And then I had to recalibrate and really look at everything. Now, mind you, if I pause for a sec, like I'm about to pause now, it's because I'm about to let my dog outside. Okay, so Big Lex, not the little one, wants to go outside real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me let him outside. Back. Okay, I'm back. All right, so yeah, I had to let my baby outside. He wanted to go outside and be in the atmosphere, get some fresh air. So look, let's rewind this back though. Wendy Williams has been in the game for a long time. She started off in radio and she ended up, with hard work and perseverance, she ended up having her own talk show. She has been messy. She's been spilling the tea for years before those content creators, before YouTube, before Lipstick Alley, all that. It was Wendy Williams on air, on the radio, being messy. Like we like it, right? So the problem is with Wendy is obviously she had a drug addiction and she had a drinking addiction. her husband, Kevin Hunter, was her biggest supporter, but at some point he started being toxic and he started being janky. You know what I'm saying? Ended up having a whole nother girl, a mistress. And Wendy minded, but she ain't minded as long as it was in her face or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they were business partners too. And then he got disrespectful with it. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like, I really do kind of feel like it's a thing when a woman makes more than a man, that man gets jealous of that woman, right? And I feel like when they cheat and they have a long-term mistress, they tend to big up the mistress just because they're jealous of their own wife. I really do believe that. Honestly, at some point, that happens. I kind of feel like a lot of people were jealous of her. I really do believe that she was one of those people who stood alone and was a queen in her own right. And it's just messed up that we're here. And half the reason why she's here is because of her own addictions. And the other reason is because of the people that were surrounding her. Let me show y'all me real quick. Hey y'all, hey world. So I think the other half was the people that were surrounding her. Like her son, for instance, that was freely getting her money while she was out here underneath the influence. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I don't know, y'all. So we just going to do a reading on what she got going on with this conservatorship and what's coming up for Wendy. That's the best thing that I can do. So I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to do Guiding Light, Mystic Mondays? I can actually go in my tarot card vault and get some other cards, but I don't feel like it. So I'm only going to use the ones that I already got out. So what we got going on is, let's start with the Guiding Light. No, I need Sign of the Times Oracle first. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm about to use my Oracle deck first. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm about to get my Oracle deck and I'm about to let my dog back in. Where is Sign of the Times? All right. So y'all, I decided to do, I'm going to do the Sign of the Times, and I'm going to use Modern Witches Tarot, okay? Because I think that will be better. I don't know, I just felt it, because I do feel like Mrs. Wendy has used her manifestation tools, right, to make her successful. So let's do this. Let's start off with this. We're going to get some energy for Wendy Williams, or some messages. Give me some messages for Wendy Williams. What's going on? Spirit, give me some messages. What's going on with Wendy Williams? Give me some messages. Hey, Dazzle, vibe with AD, girl. You've been missing out on stuff. I've been out here doing stuff. And you ain't called me in a minute, girl. We gotta talk. So let's do Wendy Williams. Yeah, you know I've been out here being a mess. You know, it ain't Big Dazzle unless Big Dazzle out here being a little messy every now and again. Give me energies and messages for Wendy Williams. For let's see, 1, 2, 3. Again, I am using the Sign of the Times Oracle. So we're gonna get some messages, and if you guys want, I know we gonna chop it up, sissy. Girl. Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. Now this is about to be messy. But that whole, like, even though it's coming from a sad place when it comes to Wendy Williams, but that whole picture of her at the window crying and pleading out, I thought that was gonna be a meme. Like, I really thought it was gonna be a meme. I thought it was gonna go viral. You know how Saucy Santana drink go viral? Like, it's little like, I can picture right now me at work right now, and they got Wendy Williams at the glass pleading out on the phone. Okay, Spirit, already in the shuffle. Give me messages about what's going on with Wendy Williams right now. Damn. Motherfucker shit crazy. Okay, so you got dice in the reverse. You have coins in the reverse. And you have the cowrie shells in the reverse, okay? So let's get some messages. And my hands is dry because I washed my hands down. Okay, so some people don't use reversals, but I do because it tells a story. But Wendy Williams, this is actually a car, okay? This is, a car. The inside of a car. This is usually your what is that called? Your rear view mirror that you look back at. And you have dice. So we're gonna break it down. This woman is not in control. We know that she's in the conservatorship, which makes sense, okay? This is taking a chance, right? Because it literally says chance. What it really says is that she did roll the dice on her life, okay? So what I do know, and it makes sense, is that Wendy Williams, even though that she was an entrepreneur, and she still is, and she is her own successful woman in her own rights, she took a lot of chances with her health, okay? When it comes to her addictions, okay? And the things that she could have fixed, she did not fix. So it's like a roll of the dice with your health, which is never a good thing, right? Also, one thing I do want to mention is that at one point her sister wanted to be her conservator, or be her guardian and help her with everything. But her sister told her that she couldn't drink. So she was like, oh, hell no. Nah. You not going to sit there and tell me I can't get drunk. And so she literally, in front of a judge, I think it was in front of a judge, basically was like, oh, I don't want my sister to be a guardian or whatever for me because she won't let me drink. The whole time she would have been the perfect person for her, because I think she has like a firm or whatever she got going on, in her career, that actually revolves around taking care of others in some type of way. So she actually messed that up. So she took a chance. She took a gamble on her health, and she didn't win. Okay. When you throw dice, remember dice games and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like 6-4. What is it? 6-8, 2-12, whatever the case may be. You can strike out. You can basically fuck up. And she fucked up. And now she's not, hey girl, hey sweetie. So she's not in control of the wheel because she took a chance. Okay. And if she can go back, looking back in the rearview mirror or whatever. If she can go back, she would go back and fix that, but she can't. Okay? Coins. Good luck is in the reverse. This almost like the Wheel of Fortune to me. You know, it's in the reverse. So it's bad luck. Things come back around again. Mind you, key point, things come back around again. You know, now we have more awareness of what's going on with her. And there's a lot of public outcry about her finances and about who is handling her finances. So that's come back around again. I don't know if she, like they said, she had a psyche eval or whatever, but I'm pretty sure like the whole thing about the conservatorship and this, that, and the third, and who has control of her money is coming back up. Okay. And mind you, it's this is dimes and pennies. Child. So technically, they got everything and telling her what to do with her funds, right? And she got to ask them to give her funds so she could spend it how she wanted to spend it. Other than that, she only got a dime and a penny to rub together physically, you know. So, because they got it all. And it's all because she took a chance. And you never know how stuff going to creep up on you. You know, when you're taking chances like that and you're hurting yourself, when you hurt yourself with alcohol and drugs, you leave open to chance something like this going on. Like, basically, she has, like, what is it? Frontal, like, temporal, whatever, dementia, whatever she got going on, but it was alcohol induced, right? And then she has other health issues going on. You got the abundance right here. This is the cowrie shells, right? And it's in the reverse. So there is a lack of abundance for her. So technically, I'm telling you, no, she's not at peace either. There's no harmony going on. This is chaos. It's in the reverse. So all this is telling me that, you know what they really did? Imagine you see a goddess. I don't know. A water goddess. Fire goddess. Whatever you want to call it, right? And it's beautiful. And I say this about stars too when I get the star card. Beautiful goddess. Radiating in whatever she's doing, right? Because she trusts in herself and she knows herself, right? And she always wants to uplift herself. This, that, and the third. The minute that she doubts herself. Hey, friends, make sure you like the live. Please like this live, y'all. And don't take nothing. Hell, if you only want to subscribe, fine. Just like the live, okay? All right? Leave your digital footprint by giving me a like, girl. That's all you guys do. So, it's almost like another example, American Gods, right? I guess her name was Sheba or whatever the case may be. The black woman that played one of the gods, the goddesses off of American Gods. She, you know, was worshipped by men and stuff like that. But then it's like when they stopped worshiping her, it's almost like she had to get her worship by going on dating apps and prostituting herself and things like that for men to take advantage, right? And that's how they worship her, right? Whatever the case may be. I kind of feel like when they seen the chip in her armor and they seen it a while ago, they started eating away at it. And basically, this is a goddess who has lost herself. That's how I view Wendy. She's a goddess who has lost who she, basically forgot who she was. And she allowed the tools of man to eat away at her golden armor. And the tools of man is literally alcohol and drugs, you know, manipulation and things like that. Whatever the case may be, those tools, you know. So I think that's where she's at right now. She's at she's in a situation where as though she doesn't feel good. She doesn't feel like herself. And I'm like, well, if a conservatorship is supposed to make you better and healthy and maintain your funds, it's not just about being physically healthy. It's about being spiritually, mentally, emotionally healthy as well. So they're lacking in that. And she just feels like she doesn't have anything. That's the worst feeling to have. She doesn't have nobody, no money. She's not in control. She just feels like they're siphoning her. That's what it feels like. But it's because of her own doing, taking these chances. Okay? So I think that's where she's at right now. So then the other question is that I want to know is the lady who is in charge of her conservatorship, I don't know her name, but I can still get her energy. Is the lady who is in charge of the conservatorship that's managing her life and her money, is she misappropriating funds? Is she basically, because it's torture, mind you, because I'm about to get into this. To be honest, where she was at, she's in this hospital, apartment, whatever you want to call it, but that actual floor is for people with memory loss, right? For people with dementia and things like that. Why is it that, and mind you, y'all know that if something is alcohol induced or drug induced, it may or may not be able to be reversed, right? Because it could be in a way. Or you can, if you get better, if you get well, it can actually, basically, if it doesn't heal, if it doesn't come back, if it's going to be like that forever, you can still work past it, right? I don't feel like if she's remembering all that she's remembering and everything else like that, why is she on a floor for memory loss, for people who really need it? And they do lock them on that floor because they're scared that they're going to leave out and they won't know where they're going. And you know how, people with dementia and Alzheimer's, whatever, they like to wonder. Yeah, she's not wondering. She knows exactly where she's at. Right? Be it as though they've been putting on her medications and she's been taking it, being forced to take it, she still knows where she's at. So if the medication is working and she is not suffering memory loss, why does she have to be on a memory loss ward? So then the question is it being excessive? And is this woman like keeping her the way she is so she can keep a hold of the finances? Because the whole time, this is a big business running Wendy Williams' life, technically. Because it's not just this woman getting paid, it's all these other people getting paid. So I don't want to stop my paycheck because little Miss Wendy Williams decided to come to her senses and be well. No. Like, I don't know. So I want to ask. Let me use the guiding light. Now we can use guiding light tarot. But then again, I said I wanted to do modern witches. I keep trying to do the guiding light tarot, y'all. But look, we're going to do the modern witches tarot. Let's ask. Is the lady who is in charge of Wendy Williams, who is her conservator, is she abusing her position? Is she misappropriating funds? Is she holding on to her position solely financially? Does she have the best intentions for Wendy Williams? Is she keeping her there to keep the financials going towards herself? Let's see. Give me the energy surrounding this woman who is in control of Wendy Williams' conservatorship. 1, 2. Oh, this wants to come out. 3. This wanted to come out real bad. So, because it slid out. So, let me go ahead on and pick some more. Okay, so the first card I get, the one that slid out, was the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so 2 things I want to talk about. She does not have Wendy Williams' emotional well-being in mind at all. She is not working in the best interest of Wendy Williams' emotional and spiritual health. Okay? She's not. This is not a person who's going to do that. Okay? If it was upright, I'd tell you, yeah. Her niece has been there to help her fight this as well. Don't think she's the only one truly in Wendy's corner. Sorry, Dazzle, for being late. My son was not feeling well. Girl, it's okay. I was a little late, too. I was supposed to have been on at 10, but I thought I put 10:30 because I didn't know how long I was going to be at work today. And then I still had to go home and, greet my family, have my little family time. And, I was waiting on my husband to get to work. But I do hope your son feels better. Oh, you and AD got baby boys. Oh, that's cute. Both of y'all are boy moms. That's real cute. But yeah, this Queen of Cups does not do that. It doesn't give that. This Queen of Cups in the reverse is not nurturing like she should be. Matter of fact, she's a little fickle. Sometimes she's sometimey too. And then she's a little bit, I like to call people like that emotionally disturbed. Emotionally interrupted. Let me get that right. Because I said that about Tory Lanez fans. They don't like me. The females don't. They be mad as hell at me, child. They get me nasty comments, right? Because they're emotionally interrupted. Like Girl Interrupted with Winona Ryder and Angelina Jolie. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm Whoopi Goldberg. That was the nurse. Okay. So they didn't like Whoopi Goldberg for a long time. Because she was making them stay in reality. But the truth is, no. She's not here for none of that shit. Okay. She honestly is more on the financial side. That's what she's here for. Okay. And this also talks about the fact that I said when they see a chip in your armor, don't you ever let nobody know that you like to drink. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is because the Queen of Cups in the reverse could be a drinker. It could be someone who has emotional outbursts because they're altered. They could be someone who emotions are unchecked. Yes. And also, it could also be someone who is being abused. The Queen of Cups in the reverse could be a female who is getting abused, either mentally, verbally, emotionally, physically. Yeah. Most likely emotionally. So you see a woman who had been emotionally abused, because technically Kevin Hunter did that to Wendy Williams, who was self-medicating and coping, and ended up liquor and whatever else ended up being her friend because she was coping with certain things, and loneliness too, because the Queen of Cups in the reverse could be lonely. She was coping, okay, and self-medicating, and she got used to it and she enjoyed it. And when people find out your weakness and they see you going down, that's when they come and take. So she's seen that. That lady who is the conservator did see that. And she actually, I think, was working at the bank initially. that actually because the bank initially started it. She was part of that, I believe. Tell me when I'm lying. I think she was the one that called it in, or whatever the case may be. So this person preyed on Wendy Williams. If there's no emotions there, that means that there is nothing of I like you and I care about you and I want the best for you to for you to be your best. This is all something else. That's what I'm getting those bucks about this woman. Now over here, now here's the thing. There's a King of Wands in the reverse, right? Now, this is the funny part though. There's a man involved in this too. Now, I don't know. Now, here's the crazy. This King of Wands was right, even though this fell out, when I plucked this, it's right here. So this King of Wands in the reverse is not a good person either. They can be hot-tempered. They can be very arrogant, very ego-driven. And they very well can be abusive in some type of way. If I was to tell you the King of Wands upright is a go-getter that goes after their own creative ventures by their own volition, who do it themselves with their own passion and creativity. In the reverse, this person does not go after his goals with his own passions and creativity. He ciphers off of another. So if you're right beside someone who is of the Queen of Cups in the reverse in that sense, you're ciphering her energy. So whoever was ciphering off, that man who was ciphering off of her in the first place, is somehow connected to this woman in some way. I don't know. But then you have this Eight of Wands that's in the reverse, child. Shit went downhill. You know. First of all, shit went downhill and in disarray. That's for one. For two, this woman did not come in to bring the family together, to bring Wendy Williams' life together. She's seen Wendy Williams' life going to shit, okay? She's seen her husband or whoever being how he was being. Her life is going to shit on screen. You can also say the King of Wands in the reverse could have been her son too. The arrogance of you to be taking all, you know, the spoiledness of it all, to be taking all your mama's money. We see this, right? This is the high priestess, she who knows but does not say. This is someone who was watching all of this. Her conservator was paying attention. And it wasn't just financially. She was paying attention to Wendy's whole life. Just like everybody else was, right? Her conservator followed Wendy cyberly. Always getting updates about Wendy on the internet. And hey, I work at a bank or affiliated with some type of financial part about her. Now, this is past conflicts and empty victories and whatnot, right? So this woman literally put herself in a position, not because she loved Wendy and she wanted the best for Wendy. You see this woman and took all these swords and left these people walking away crying. That's her family. That's the people who actually care about her that's walking away in defeat. Okay? And she's happy because she got what she wanted. Okay? So this woman got what she wanted from this very wealthy woman, other woman. You can't do anything about it right now. Wendy Williams can't. What a succubus? Matter of fact, leech. This is another word for leech. Yeah. So, but here's the funny part. Yeah, she gave you your medicine. Yeah, she forced you to get better. And yeah, you was not going to get better if you was not going to take it. And you ain't planning on getting no better. You like the drugs and you like the alcohol, whatever the hell you was doing. And yeah, she forced you to get better. However, that was just the pro. The con is that she's seen the chip in your armor where she can come in and do whatever the fuck she wanted to see. Oh, thank you, Dorcas. But no, on some real stuff, that's what people do. Like, for instance, you know how people can tell you that, oh, like, you know, one of them hood adoption shits. You know how people like the hood adopt kids? And they swear to God it's because they love the kids. But unfortunately, they using their social security number for everything, getting everything. The kids on all types of disability and shit. They getting food stamps, places to stay, fucking $11 billion back in taxes and shit. But it's all because you love the kids. No, it's not. No, it's not. And the best thing they can tell the judge is that, oh, I take them to school and their doctor's appointments and they're always dressed well and this, that, and the third. That don't mean shit. It don't. If you're only doing it because you're getting money from it, they better dress well. I mean, shit. She better be able to buy a purse. So that's what that is. So no, this conservator does not mean her absolute will. No, she does not. She just found the opening and she took it. That's what it was. And I blame Wendy Williams and I blame her family for that. Okay? So let's see here. Let's talk about Kevin Hunter. What is his involvement in this? How does he really feel about Wendy Williams and this conservatorship? And yeah, how does he really feel? 1, 2, 3. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Money, money, and money. Okay. So, but then you have the Page of Cups in this reverse. It's going to be bad news, right? The evidence of bad news. 8 of Pentacles, someone working hard, right? This is usually you working hard towards something and it pays off eventually. The 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Looking at everything, taking stock of a situation, not finding value in it. The 4 of Pentacles is about being stingy with money. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you. Kevin wants more of Wendy's money. He's been working hard at it, wants to get it. He's been looking up on this conservatorship, and he himself knows that just because Wendy is stable, he also knows that he can't get anything from this situation because they're holding on to Wendy's money. He wants Wendy's money, and it's bad news for him. And he's going to argue against the conservatorship too. That's the funny part. But then I want to ask this. We're going to take it back. What is your involvement with this woman at the bank? Sir, what is your involvement with this woman at the bank? Was you involved in any way in getting Wendy underneath a conservatorship? 1, 2, 3. The 8 of Pentacles, upright. This is somebody who was working at a coin. So the 10 of Swords is in the reverse in the back. Yes, he was involved in some type of way with this. But then you got T. He wasn't getting what he wanted. There's somebody working towards getting that money, ain't getting what he wanted, not getting the results he wanted. But the Chariot is moving forward. The Chariot comes forward. The whole thing was to basically keep his funds going for him and the bitch that he left her for, or whatever the case may be. You see the back of this Ten of Swords in the reverse. All these swords inside this woman, the queen of social media, the queen of gossip with that phone. It was him and others who betrayed her, and also herself who betrayed her. Mm-hmm. That's a big ass coup de grace. Oh no, coup. Mutiny. Yes, it was a mutiny, but her herself led herself to the mutiny. Okay. So then we just want to ask this. I mean, because I don't really have to ask about her son, because her son was being her son. If you raise a child to be spoiled, they're going to do that. And yeah, that nigga going to take advantage. You give your spoiled brat kid your card and access to your bank, they're going to do a whole bunch of stuff they're not supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be spending stupid money. They're not responsible. You didn't teach them how to be responsible in that way. Whatever, that was her baby, and she spoiled the mess out of him. That's what it is. And then you tie it in to your ex-husband, who's a gold digger at this point, and he gonna try to manipulate your son too, and your son is still impressionable, so yeah. So let's see what's gonna happen with Wendy Williams. Will she ever be released from this conservatorship? First thing I thought was, yes, when the money get to drying up. I feel that way. Let's see. Will she ever get released from this conservatorship? 1, 2, 3. Oh, she gonna have to fight, y'all. They got her on the ground. There's a lot of sticks they got her on the ground. She has to take up for herself. She has to fight. You see this bad bitch, Wendy? She's still that bad bitch. The Queen of Wands upright is still that bad bitch. And if she gets mad, she's justified for feeling the way she feels. And yes, she's going to. But then things coming back around again. The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse, right? So you got things going on. I wonder if the problem is with her condition, it can be said that it might be okay now, but it might not be okay later. And it can be an argumentative conversation about that. Like, it will be a fact if I said, well, Wendy Williams is a recovering addict and also someone who is suffering from this type of dementia, that if not carefully watched and carefully guided, she can go back to being the way she was. It can be said that, right? But also, the problem is with people, the people who would like for it to last forever, they don't realize that when they come back around and you go back to court to see, because every so often you got to go back to court to reevaluate and stuff like that. So if she can be functional, she does not need to be on a part of a wing of a hospital, nursing home, wherever she's at, where everybody got dementia and it's locked and she's locked in her room and stuff and can't get out. But really they do that for dementia patients who are severe enough to wander off. She's not wandering off. Why are you locking her? It's certain things that are inhumane that when you will talk to a judge. They're going to ask questions like, okay, well, she's stable. Why she got to be here? Why you got to sit there and be so strict about her being around her family? You're not here to stop her from being around her family. You're here to make her better. Now, if her family is around her drinking, at some point, you got to allow her to function in society. Do you think everybody in society is going to know that you're a recovering addict? No, they're not. They're going to smoke and drink in front of you. I mean, you just have to be willing to not cave into that stuff. So really, it's about the fact that if you really want to heal her, then you got to make her strong enough mentally, spiritually, and emotionally to go back out in the world and literally function without caving back in. Y'all just giving her this medication and keeping her in the motherfucking facility and telling her what she could do and what she can't do. And when she do, if it's considered too wild for you, she can't do it no more. Like if she go and celebrate something, if the party is too wild, i.e. her family is getting together, family drink together and everything else like that when they're at a, family function and they just, having a good ass time. Oh, that's too wild for her and she shouldn't be around them. Nah. If she's okay, if she's at a point, at a plateau where she remembers stuff and she doesn't have to be on that ward, you need to take her to another ward that people remember stuff and they can move around freely. It's levels. You ain't got to keep her there. You ain't got to keep her like Rapunzel and she ain't got to be looking out no window. But I know recently she had like a evaluation and they basically said that she's alert, comprehensive, and basically she's in her right mind. So that's a good thing for her. But Spirit is giving me the 3 of Cups. So I do feel like if she fights and if she proves herself, I do think there's a better outcome at the end of the tunnel. No matter what could happen, either the leash of this conservatorship get loosened, or they just take her off the leash entirely. So they might tell them people like, look, y'all ain't got to be that strict on her no more. Y'all can ease up, right? I understand she still needs help and you can still help her, but you got to ease up and allow her to actually rehabilitate and actually function as a human being. You can't keep her in a ward that she doesn't have to be in. Or they're just going to be like, all right, fuck it. She was in dire distress. She's not. Peace. Let her live her life. It's going to be one of those two things. But it'll be a better outcome than what it is now. So that's what I do have for her. Which is crazy. But let's see. When can we see a better outcome for Wendy Williams and we can wrap it up? So let's see. Better outcome. We're going to do the time frame deck. Okay. Can we see any positive changes coming for Wendy Williams coming up? Spirit, give us some time frames. Like when will we most likely see some positive changes for Wendy Williams when it comes to this conservatorship and things like that? 1, 2, 3. Something about July. Positive or negative, something in July might be happening. Within a week, something else might be happening. And then sometime in the winter, during this, when it's winter, when it's possibly snowing later on in the year, early next year. But I give you this year and early next year, you probably see some changes when it comes to her conservatorship. Better or for worse, you're going to see some changes. Oh, wow. I gave it a year. It said 18 months. Between this year and early next year, whatever the case may be, 18 months. Within 18 months, we're going to see something different going on. Maybe something more positive, maybe something more breathable, because she feel like she can't breathe. She feel like she doesn't have control. She feels stuck. So eventually it's gonna be an unstuck moment for her. Maybe it'll be a little bit of more clarity. Maybe they'll let her do more, or maybe they'll just let her go, you know? So you said she needs to be alone for a while. Yes, I think that she needs, and maybe she is going to a therapist. But I also feel like she needs to be, because to be like that for a while, I think she does need to have a life coach. I don't know if she still has one. I don't know if she has one. But I do think if she is released from her conservatorship, she still needs to go to her therapist and have a life coach, for her to get back functioning in society so she won't go back to the bottle. You know what I'm saying? So, and honestly speaking, I feel like she can still have a conservatorship or a guardian, but I just don't feel like it needs to be that woman because she's not out here really caring about her emotionally and things like that and mentally. No, she's not. She doesn't really care about that. She cares more about the financial aspects of it. That's what she got in it for. So, yeah, that's how I kind of feel, y'all. How y'all like that reading? I mean, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. But I'm giving much love and prayers to Wendy Williams. Um, I just don't like to see a bad bitch down. We go through things. You never know, especially what we consume and put in our bodies. You never know how it's going to affect us in the long run. And dementia brought on by alcoholism can happen to anybody. Okay. So you never know. And plus she has hypothyroidism. She got thyroid problems and stuff. And that's a disease or issue that any woman can have. You never know. So with that being said, I'm gonna give her my best wishes. And I'm hoping something positive happens within the next 18 months. So I guess I'll do another reading within the next 18 months about her specifically just to see what's going on, right? So I love y'all for real, and I am gone. It is late, y'all. I need rest. It's 11:33. I'm trying to be in bed by 12, y'all. I got to be up, and them bills is calling my name. I get paid tomorrow, and Mr. Bill want it all, girl. Mr. Bill want it all. I love y'all for real, y'all. Y'all be safe, rest well, and I am gone.